house is now a litany. Things I thought I'd never be. Man who has opinions on an ottoman, among other things. I used to think I missed the road, the crushing fame, the sold out shows. And I just sing head, shoulders, knees and toes like I'd forgotten them. But I'm alive, and baby, I'm thriving. Oh yeah, I'm living my best life. I wake up with the sunrise. It does not look a thing like I thought that it would, but I've been getting my steps in, and I sleep with my best friend. It's the best that it has been in a long time. I'm living my best life. Sometimes this sucks to tell the truth, and I took it hard like people do. But I'm learning how to eat the fruit that is in season. Never thought I'd be a grown-ass man, but you know what they say, a best laid plans. Now I'm holding on to my daughter's hand. I've got a reason to be alive, and oh yeah, baby, I'm thriving. Sunrise, looking at things like what the actual hell. But I've been counting my blessings, now I sleep with my best friend. It's the best that it has been for a long time. It's the best that it has been for a long time. I'm living my best life. From the driveway of my house to your apartment where I am waiting now. Come on, don't think night's young, let's go. NYC, Portland, Austin, Anaheim. Maybe not Anaheim, keep an open mind. I'm just saying, baby, let's go. I don't care. Anywhere. Like a river connects to the ocean, this pavement touches wherever we're going. White lines flying by, who knows what we'll find. You and me tonight. Drive, let's drive. When's the last time we dropped our things and went? Woke up somewhere that we've both never been. Growing up doesn't mean getting older. Maybe it's just left turns off familiar streets. I just wanna come back with a memory. Growing up doesn't mean getting older. I don't care. Wherever we're going, white lines flying by, who from the driveway of my house to your apartment where I am waiting now. Like a river connects to the ocean, this pavement touches wherever we're going. White lights flying by, who knows what we'll find, you and me tonight. Like a river connects to the ocean, this pavement touches wherever we're going. White lights searching for a brighter day, leaving yesterday behind. Looking forward into the light. I found you. Sky is blue and I'm with you. I found you, a world brand new. Sky is blue when I'm with you. Finally I feel alive. I found you, a world brand new. Sky is blue when I'm with you. Finally I feel alive. Finally I feel alive. Heart on fire in my chest, feel the wild rush. I can see a world awake again. Finally I feel Finally I feel Finally I feel alive.
As a leading national nonprofit in safe and healthy housing, Rebuilding Together brings diverse communities and residents together to repair the homes of individuals and families in need, and so much more. Through a multi-year collaboration with neighbors, volunteers, community leaders, and local organizations, we rebuild our neighborhoods with the goal of making them vibrant and sustainable communities where the bonds between neighbors are strong, where everyone has equity of opportunity, feels safe, and has equal access to everything the neighborhood has to offer. Whether it's organizing community cleanups and making green space enhancements, addressing safety concerns through the installation of better community lighting, enhancing accessibility at community centers, or promoting economic stability through workforce development and small business renovations, Rebuilding Together affiliates across the country remain at the forefront of housing and health. Our vision is of a safe home and community for everyone. As we work toward developing, implementing, and participating in local strategies for collective impact, we invite you to join us in this important work.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Lane Sater, and once again, your host for Rebuilding Together, Thurston County's 7th annual Build It Breakfast. As you can tell, we're streaming our fundraising event again this year due to COVID circumstances. We have every intention of greeting all of you and sharing breakfast in person in 2023. Despite these past 2 years of the COVID pandemic, Rebuilding Together has remained steady in our mission of repairing homes, revitalizing communities, and rebuilding lives. Even with the pandemic challenges, we continue to raise much needed funds to help low-income homeowners in Thurston County live in safe and healthy environments. To those of you who participated in our past fundraising efforts, thank you. We appreciate you. And to those of you new to Rebuilding Together, welcome. We can't wait to share the real-life impacts of our mission. First things first, let me tell you what to expect this morning. I know many of you are anxiously awaiting the intricate designs, construction, and outcome of our popular, legendary Build It Birdhouse competition. That is coming up. This morning, we are also highlighting the winners of Rebuilding Together's 2 annual awards. You'll see those presentations shortly, but most importantly, you will witness amazing stories of how this organization brings people together to provide the resources and talents to help our homeowners in need. Since its founding in 2003, with your help, Rebuilding Together has completed 274 projects. We have 2 programs, Critical Repair Projects and Rebuilding Day Projects. Critical repair projects focus on the immediate safety of our recipients and include electrical, heat, water, and sewer repairs, as well as ADA modifications. Rebuilding Day projects differ in that they require more money, more time, and additional volunteers. Our typical Rebuilding Day projects address deferred home maintenance and include much needed repairs such as painting, roofing, siding, windows, flooring, and landscape cleanup. Whatever the repairs, minor or major, low-income homeowners are greatly impacted. Please join us in making a donation on the Rebuilding Together website to support these critical repair and rebuilding day projects. Your support enables our older homeowners to safely age in place, to stay in their homes and their familiar neighborhoods, and to utilize their existing support systems. Your support keeps these homeowners from becoming homeless if their home's condition becomes untenable. This year, 4 teams are vying for coveted bragging rights of our annual legendary Build It Birdhouse competition. Let's meet the competitors. A repeat competitor is the Builders First Source team. They're hosting the competition today, so they're very familiar with the facility. Joining the team this year is longtime Builders First Source customer and master builder, Reed.
Here we go. Do we want to get the birdhouse out from under?
Yes, I'm in charge here.
Adding Reed to the team just may be the advantage they're looking for. A new entry this year is the Twin Star Credit Union team. They brought the most team members and matching shirts, so they definitely look confident and ready.
Number one.
Next is another rookie team. These Olympia Federal Savings Bank team members arrived with plenty of paint supplies, but can they also construct?
We just sort of brought what we had in our art closets, hoping for the best, really. This is all of our first years doing this. I don't know what to expect, but hopefully it'll be a good time.
Their birdhouse theme of upscale forest living is intriguing. They could be the underdogs in today's competition. The final entry is the experienced John Irwin remodeling team, the Splinters. They are the only team who has drawn out and displayed their architectural plans.
Something like that.
Or is that just to throw off the other competitors? We'll have to see how this plays out.
Yeah, we kind of brainstormed a little bit yesterday, so I think we got a pretty good design. Just kind of going over the final details.
The teams now have a set amount of time to build and decorate their birdhouse masterpieces. As they get started, I'd like to introduce you to Rebecca Graham, a Rebuilding Together board member. Over to you, Rebecca.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us during this 2022 virtual Build It Breakfast. My name is Rebecca Graham, and I have had the honor of being a Rebuilding Together Thurston County board member for the past 2.5 years. My work in nonprofits led me to partner often with Rebuilding Together. After a few years of partnering with RTTC alongside the nonprofit I work for, I joined Rebuilding Together as a board member. Rebuilding Together offers an important resource where help and services often do not exist for homeowners who are living on low and fixed incomes. RTTC works to provide services to low-income homeowners who are seniors, folks with disabilities, veterans, and families with children to have access to continued, safe, independent living in their own homes. This work includes critical repairs for electrical, plumbing, hot water heaters, flooring, faucet and drain leaks, and more. We strive to provide accessibility modifications for homeowners with disabilities and mobility safety needs, such as ramps, grab bar installations, safe steps and secure railings, and high-profile toilets. Living in your own home, aging in place, and feeling safe and secure in the home you love means a great deal to those RTTC serves, and ultimately to our community as a whole. Many clients are on low fixed incomes and rely on Social Security or Social Security disability to cover their mortgage, food, transportation, and medical bills. This leaves little room to afford sudden essential home repairs or cover the costs of critical accessibility and safety modifications. All of the homeowners we served in the past year fall within the HUD low-income guidelines, and 80% of those served in 2021 were households with a disabled occupant. RTTC strictly operates on fundraising and community donations. We would not be able to do this work without your contributions. Funds cover supply costs, pay for a contractor partner to complete complicated and detailed work on homes, and ensure the program can take on as many client repairs as possible. Your funds are vital so that our friends and neighbors who are in need are not displaced from their homes, so that our senior community does not suffer preventable fall and injuries, and folks with disabilities can continue to live safely in the homes they love. Your donations today, whether $20, $200, or $2,000, or hey, $20,000, go directly to help support the Rebuilding Together mission to rebuild homes, revitalize communities, and rebuild lives. Join us in making this difference for our community today. And from the bottom of our hearts, we thank you for your support, whether it be new or continued, financial or volunteering. It is your support that helps make a difference in the lives of the homeowners Rebuilding Together Thurston County endeavors to serve.
Rebecca has personally witnessed how your financial gifts make a difference in individual lives in our community. Please join her and others in their passion for helping others. And speaking of passion, there's some intense birdhouse construction going on. Let's take a look at how each team is progressing. The Twin Star Credit Union team describes their design as modern farmhouse chic, with a nod to celebrity designer Joanna Gaines. It seems this birdhouse is designed to be cozy, inviting, and sentimental. They started off with WSU Cougar colors, but that may be just a ploy to throw the competition off. Builder's First Source is well underway with a schoolhouse design. Their design element is a nod to what Builder's First Source sells to customers every day: quality millwood, paint, cabinets, and other finishing products to showcase any home. These are going to be lucky birds. The Olympia Federal Savings Team has taken green approach to incorporating a Pacific Northwest forest design. Their upscale forest living birdhouse is fluffing some feathers and moss. Team Splinters from John Irwin Remodeling is constructing a sturdy multiplex complete with an AFU, auxiliary feeding unit, and an ADU, accessory dwelling unit. They certainly are taking into account both the birds housing and feeding needs. While the teams are still busy constructing their birdhouses, I'd like to introduce Jason, our board president, as he presents two very important Rebuilding Together awards.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jason Botany, and I am the president of Rebuilding Together's Board of Directors. I'm so proud of the work of this organization because we have made a difference in the lives of many individuals and families. It is my honor this morning to present Rebuilding Together's two annual recognition awards. The first award, the 2022 Toolbox Hero Award, is presented to Builders First Source and its general manager, Ken Hassett. Ken reached out to us in the fall of 2020 and offered Builders First Source's considerable talents and resources to this organization. We have been incredibly grateful ever since. We held our first and now our second Build It Birdhouse competition at Builders First Source and some of the filming for our 2021 and 2022 virtual breakfasts as well. Builders First Source conducted a home repair workshop here in its facility last November for our client homeowners. 15 clients attended the workshop to learn how to make drywall repairs, repair faucets, change out a toilet, and more. Based on the interest, we'll be holding another repair workshop in 2022. Ken Hassett served on the 2021 Rebuilding Day Site Selection Committee and was house captain for Sharon and Doug's project in Tumwater. Ken led a crew of volunteers from Builders First Source as they rebuilt a deck, cleaned up the landscape, added a railing to the wheelchair ramp, cleaned gutters, installed window screens, and much more. It was my personal favorite Rebuilding Day site because Ken and the volunteers made it feel like a construction party. Rebuilding Together is fortunate to have Ken and his employees as part of our team. Congratulations, Ken, and thank you. Now, for the second recognition award, I'm proud to announce Lane Sater as Rebuilding Together's 2022 Above and Beyond Volunteer Award winner. Lane has been making a difference for low-income homeowners through Rebuilding Together for the last 15 years. Lane started volunteering for Rebuilding when he was working for SCJ Alliance, a longtime sponsor and supporter of Rebuilding Together. One of the founders of SCJ Alliance told Lane, "Show up at 8 a.m., bring your family and your work clothes, and I think you'll like what Rebuilding does." And she was right. At the end of the day, the family couldn't stop talking about what an awesome experience they had volunteering for Rebuilding Day. Since that fateful day, Lane has served as a Rebuilding Day house captain, led the site selection committee, served on the board of directors, including as board president, completed many site inspections and repairs, and has been an integral guide for the organization. Lane's wife Tanya and their children have also volunteered on numerous Building Day projects. Volunteering feeds Lane's heart and soul. Rebuilding Together is very grateful for Lane's continued leadership, commitment, and years of service. Lane truly exemplifies the heart of Rebuilding Together. Congratulations, Lane, and thank you.
Thank you, Jason. Appreciate it so much. I think I'd like to add that there have been some really special people along the journey that have blessed us in a lot of ways. I feel like our family has received much more from Rebuilding than we've given. And one of those people was Susan Newman. She was the president of the board at the time that I came on, and she just kept us involved. She encouraged the kids, and just a great person, and we're grateful to her, and we miss her. I also want to thank Kathy Johnson, who is our volunteer executive director. She works tirelessly behind the scenes and brings the community together and Rebuilding Together to serve our recipients so well, and she just makes sure that everything runs extremely well, and so grateful to her. So thank you very much. Wish you great things in 2022 and looking forward to working on your projects.
Thank you, Lane.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm John Grossman. I'm the Advancement Director for Pope John Paul II High School in Lacey, and I'm just really happy to be here on behalf of Rebuilding Together. You know, the first time I came in contact with Rebuilding Together, I was still a realtor, and we had been asked to come out for a day and spend some time painting for some residents. And I think the thing that touched me most from that experience was once we kind of got started, residents started coming out, and just their sense of pride You could see the sense of dignity, the feeling that this was my place, and it felt good to see it kind of have this new life. It really touched my heart. A lot of recent events that are going on in the world right now has reminded me of a story that I think ties into some of what I've noticed about Rebuilding Together. It was during the time of World War II, and there were 3 soldiers who were really good friends. Sadly, though, there was a battle one evening, and one of the 3 friends had lost their life. And in the morning, they found their friend lying on that hill, and they picked up their friend, and they noticed that down in the valley there was a church, and so they carried their friend down the hill and up to the church, and the one friend knocked on the rectory door, and a minister came out, and immediately seeing that they were holding their friend in their arms, he prayed with them, and he asked them if there was anything else he could do. He felt terrible. And one of the soldiers said, well, you know what, is there any possibility we could have our friend buried here in the church cemetery? And the minister felt terrible, but he says, you know, the war has gone on so many years and our entire cemetery is full. There's no room inside the cemetery fence that we could lay your friend to rest. And the soldiers looked at each other, and then the one said, well, Father, it's okay. Even if he's not inside the cemetery fence, how about if just on the other side of the fence? And the minister kind of reluctantly agreed. He felt bad about the situation, but they did that, and they laid their friend to rest. Well, the war ended, and years went on, and the 2 soldiers remained friends, and they raised their families, and they'd go on vacations together, and it had been about 25 years since they had lost that friend, and they decided they would go to Europe together and revisit that place that they had put their friend in that cemetery. And so they traveled back, and they started where that battle had occurred, and they walked down that same hill, and they went to the cemetery fence, and they just started walking the perimeter, around the fence, trying to find the gravestone that had been put there, they were told, by that person's family. But they couldn't find it, and they thought, well, time had gone by, and maybe the gravestone had been stolen or just destroyed by time and weather. So they decided to go knock on the rectory door. They might have a map of where people are buried. So they knock on the rectory door, and this old minister, he comes out and he welcomes them. He was used to having all sorts of people come through that part of where he had the church. And so he invited them in, and they had coffee and began talking. And then Father said, do you have a friend who's buried here at the cemetery? And one of the soldiers says, well, we do, but we couldn't find his gravestone. It was unusual circumstances, but we thought maybe you'll have a map. And well, the minister, he said, do you know whereabouts your friend is buried? And they said, well, like we said, unusual circumstances, we had to bury him on the other side of the fence. And just then, the minister, he started to tear up. One of the guys, he said, we're so sorry, Father. I mean, did we say something to offend you? We apologize. And the minister says, you didn't offend me at all. It's just that you're not going to believe this, but I was that priest all those years ago when we buried your friend. I said, Father, how could you possibly remember us? You must have met so many people during the war. How could you remember? He says, because we buried him on the other side of the fence. I couldn't sleep at all that night, he told them. He says, and I kept tossing and turning, and so I got up and I went to the tool shed and I got a shovel. And I went to where your friend was buried, and I moved the fence back. I moved the fence back because your friend deserved to be on the inside with everybody else. That's what Rebuilding Together does. It pushes back fences. It removes obstacles and barriers separating people from staying in their homes, from being safe, from feeling dignity and value. And what's really interesting, and many of you who volunteer and share your time with this organization, you know this, that when clients are asked, actually 33% have reported that after the work has been done, there's actually improved health because of the situation has been improved. 67% have said that they actually have had a reduction in their stress level. My favorite statistic, 90% of clients feel renewed pride in owning their home. Mother Teresa of Calcutta, she once said, the greatest disease in the West today, it's not TB, it's not leprosy, it's being unwanted, unloved, and uncared for. So I want to thank you for helping people to not feel that way. You volunteer, you roll up your sleeves, and you make financial contributions. So thank you. Thank you on behalf of Rebuilding Together for all that you do and will continue to do. Thank you.
Several times this morning, you have heard the important role volunteers serve in this organization's efforts. In 2021, volunteers donated more than 3,200 hours. Every volunteer is appreciated and serves a vital role, from office management tasks to sanding and painting to cutting boards and grouting tile. For those who really want to get their hands dirty, there is always landscaping tasks. Contact Rebuilding Together through their website to sign up to volunteer. Our skilled leaders provide on-the-job training. Come join us. The Rebuilding Together website is also where you can make a life-impacting financial gift of any amount to help us help neighbors to stay in their homes. Here are a couple stats to express the importance of your gifts. The median income of our applicants is just $14,500. We received 59 applications in 2021, a new record. The need is real. Your donations provide more than just finances for repairs. Your donations give people hope. Why not join our monthly giving program and commit $20 a month to our projects? Giving monthly is a win-win. Convenient for you and consistent for Rebuilding Together. Or double your gift's impact by matching a current challenge gift with $250, $500, or $750. Visit the website for more information.
It's our annual Rebuild Day. The idea here is to really focus on as many big projects as we can to get as much done in a day as possible. So our goal today is to really do a refresh on this entire place, replace their back deck and new railing, clean off the roof, put a railing on the front, add some locks to the front and back doors so they can lock their home and have keys. And we're pretty excited about today's project.
Right now we're working on a railing next to this ramp, so it should be a fun experience here. There's a lot of folks that really, for whatever reason, can't do repairs on their house. So organizations like Rebuilding Together can come in and really help those folks stay in their houses, which is important.
Throughout the year, we're looking for people that can't afford to repair it themselves and just try to get their living standards up to an acceptable place.
I was very happy that the grant passed. Otherwise, I would be still leaking and the roof would be coming down.
We had a great conversation with the daughter. They would love for her to move in with them, but she thrives better in her own home. So for us to be able to really make a difference and help her stay in her home as long as she can is amazing.
I've been in the trades for a long time, and I think most people can agree that it can be really rewarding. When you complete a project, people are just so happy to have a new floor or a new deck or a new roof. Rebuilding Together, I think, is a great way to give back. They vet their applicants really well, and I think that we've been able to affect some really good change in some people's lives.
The birdhouse competitors are just about out of time, and there's a flurry of finish work going on. I do have to say the judges are going to have a tough time picking a winner. Not only did the splinters from John Irwin Remodeling include an auxiliary feeding unit, which consisted of a champagne bottle filled with premium birdseed, but they also modeled by computer-aided 3D printer a tiny mailbox, complete with movable door and functioning flag. The Twin Star team's DIY details really hit the mark in their final birdhouse presentation. This rustic, modern farmhouse includes a fountain, bird bath, a welcome sign, and specialty lighting to guide the birds to an evening roost. Builders First Source truly created a birdhouse haven for swallows. A lovely multi-family unit advertised as complete with heated floors, central air, and individually handcrafted shingles. Olympia Federal Savings Team nailed the upscale forest living theme with their Pacific Northwest forest design. This birdhouse features a rooftop terrace, solar panels, and sturdy landings on both front and backside.
Okay, we got it. We're close. Give us 2 more minutes.
After much discussion and massive scrutiny, the judges selected the legendary Build It Birdhouse Competition winner, John Irwin Remodeling. The Splinters. Honorable mention goes to the Olympia Federal Savings Bank team. Congratulations to all the teams and their members for such a spirited and fun competition. And just so you all know, the birdhouses produced at last year's virtual event, as well as these in this year's competition, will all go up for auction at our 2023 Build It Breakfast in person next year. These are donated back to the organization to raise even more money. Hey, maybe you want to support Rebuilding Together by financially sponsoring a birdhouse competition team. Contact staff through the website to secure your team on next year's list. So, our virtual Build It Breakfast is coming to a close. You can join the monthly giving program, match a financial challenge gift, or make your one-time donation in any amount, all helping Rebuilding Together provide vital ADA modifications, safety equipment, and various home repairs to help ensure homeowners can stay in their homes. No one wants to be moved out of their home because of unsafe conditions, whether it's sagging floors, inaccessible bathrooms or tubs, or failing windows. Rebuilding Together's efforts prevent homelessness in Thurston County. I'm Lane Sater, signing off, saying on behalf of Rebuilding Together Thurston County, thank you for watching this program, thank you for donating, and thank you for caring.